Alright, so we got another match going on here versus some Kooper going on. Anyway, he's got a Nidoking, I've got a Pinsir. I'm going to set up Stealth Rock, and I expected him to set up Stealth Rock. But he didn't. He said he ended up bringing the wrong Nidoking, which of course worked perfectly in his favor. Go figure. Anyway, I don't really have anything that can take a Flygon, and I don't know if it's going to be special or physical just yet. But I do know I need that thing dead, so I'm going to hit it. I thought I had a Focus Sash also. Turns out I got a Life Orb. And turns out I also did a heck of a lot more than I thought I would. So I see no Life Orb on him, however, so I'm assuming Scarf, and therefore I switch out to Gastrodon, who's just going to laugh in the face of Flygon. I know it's way too early to set up a stockpile, so I'm just going to go for a Toxic right off the bat, and I miss. And now I'm really scared, because one, this thing's going to tear apart Gastrodon, making him worthless as long as Sceptile's alive, and two, I'm expecting Subseed, which will tear apart my team in general. So I switched to Shiva, whom can roar him away if he wanted to sub or seed, or I guess just sub, and can also take a Leaf Blade quite nicely. So I kind of knew he was going to switch, so I went with the roar, and I see a Fortress, which is also like, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, no, Fortress is just like death to this team. So I'm already in deep trouble without actually being in trouble yet. I just know trouble's around the corner. Anyway, Sceptile comes back in after the roar. Everyone stays in the first turn afterwards, so I knew Toxic was safe. And I figured he's going to try switching again here, but just in case he didn't, I know I need my HP back. I got a Roost, especially because Force is going to set up Stealth Rock eventually, so I had to take the HP, hope he would stay in and hit me, but unfortunately he did what he had to do also and switch to Fortress. So unfortunately now Fori has a bunch of moves. He can spin, set up rocks himself. Hell, he can explode at some point, I don't know. So I go to Balrog Entei over here to hopefully scare him away with Flamethrower, or at least the thought of Flamethrower. I have no intention of Flamethrowering. I'm going to use Will-O-Wisp. So, and great, it lands on Nidoking, but Nidoking may still attack on the special side. I'm not sure. But unfortunately for me, I don't even remember what I do here. What do I do? Because I'm a little afraid of EQ, even though, well, he's burned. I don't remember what I did. I switched to Minotaur. Oh yeah, because I wanted to take whatever the hell he was going to dish out with some Intimidate, and hope he wasn't special, I guess. But unfortunately he sets up Toxic Spikes, and I know from here I don't have much of a chance to win. Not with Fortress, Sceptile, and Toxic Spikes. That's just, it's too perfectly matched for what I've got. So I'm even slower than Nidoking somehow, despite being max speed. So what is he, like freaking Scarf Toxic Spikes? You gotta be kidding me. But apparently he is. So he gets both layers up. One layer I'd be okay with. Two, I can't handle two. So he goes to Sceptile, which is really fast, and I gotta scare it away. So I switch back to my Fire Poke. Stealth Rock hurts, Poison hurts, Critical Hit Leaf Blade hurts. I'm like, geez, can anything else not go right for me? I don't think so. So he's poisoned, so I can't burn him. I'm hoping he stays in, thinking he can kill, and thus get hit with the Flamethrower, because I need that thing dead if Gastrodon is to even have a chance. So unfortunately he doesn't. He goes to an Arcanine, which intimidates me. Not a big deal. Better than Flash Fire, certainly. So I probably should have gone with HP Ground against the Sceptile, but I didn't, so whatever. Gardevoir traces Intimidate, which I'm hoping it's physical. Looks like it is, so that's cool. And until this point I completely forgot about Crunch. So I stay in and thinking I'll wish fairly well, and I'm not going to because of Crunch, so that was just dumb. But oh well. At least I live. I can't Will-O-Wisp his guy, so I'm Gardevoir is pretty much done. Like, I can pass a wish off, and that's all she's gonna get. So the question is just who to give it to. You know, I want to give it to a Sweeper because they're definitely gonna need to stay alive. Yet at the same time, he's got extreme speed and a Sceptile, so they're not even my Sweepers aren't gonna be very beneficial. But I'll get a second Intimidate on his Arcanine, so that'll be a big help. Some recoil damage is also a big help, and I know because, oh yeah, the wish puts me back up, so that was the main intention. I wanted Minotaur back to life. So because of the double Intimidate, I know he's going to switch. I hit him with a Pursuit, and he doesn't freaking die. That really pissed me off. That was, ugh. And now he's going to spin away rocks. I think he set up rocks already. He's either going to spin or set them up. I don't. Why is my DS constantly moving? He's either going to spin or set him up. I don't remember which, but Arcanine's therefore going to live. And so is his Flygon. Both of them are sitting at like 5% hit points. You've got to be kidding me. So that really bugs me. I got to switch out to Entei. I got to try and kill this thing. As obvious as it is, I have no choice. So maybe he'll predict I do something else, predicting a prediction, and therefore I'll get him. I don't know, but I've got to go with Flamethrower. I knew I would live the switch in, albeit barely. I knew I would live. So it's just waiting for what is he going to bring in. He brings in Hardman, which is Aggron, which is more not cool. I can't poison him. Well, I can't poison half your team, you idiot. Ugh. So I stay alive. I didn't expect to stay alive the second turn. Now I got a lot of options. I can Will-O-Wisp, I can Flamethrower, I can Hidden Power Ground. I end up going with Hidden Power Ground. I probably should have stayed with Flamethrower, but he made a good move in switching back to Forretress. Well, it turns out to be a good move. I definitely wouldn't have done it because Flamethrower, I mean, I just used it. I could easily use it again, but he goes back to him, and it works out well in his favor, so good for him. And now at this point, I don't know what I can do. I can't Toxic Stall it because it's Steel type. I don't have anything that can kill it, so I bring in Starlight to get a Wish and give one of my sweepers at least a fighting chance. Maybe I can get a crit, you know? That'd be nice if it ever happened. So he's just debating what am I going to do. I think he's potentially predicting Flamethrower, but whatever. I just wish. He wanted me to note that he thought and should have used Rapid Spin there, because that's just novelty kill. Would have been funny, but he went with EQ, which in reality was the better move. But whatever. I go to Pinsir. I forget he's not Heracross, therefore not fighting, therefore not resisting Stealth Rock, therefore dying. So I'm lucky that the Wish didn't go away during that time, though. I thought it might. So Minotaur at least will still get it if he's alive. So I go for the EQ because Return's not going to cut it, Zen Headbutt's not going to cut it, and he's definitely not going to switch, so Pursuit's not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it anyway. Couldn't even kill a half-dead Arcanine with Pursuit, so I go with EQ. That's all I got, and it doesn't do much, as expected, but I got nothing else to do. Gastrodon can't stay in because of the Toxic Spikes. Articuno can't do anything because it's Toxic Stall, so I got nothing. I just don't. Hoping for a crit. I EQ again because it's the best I got, and I believe he does as well. Yeah, he EQs again too. It's getting Fortress close, not perfect, but it's getting it close. So I go for one more, hoping it'll kill it, but I'm pretty sure he switched out knowing that EQ is obviously coming. So that was good on his part, although at this point I was also getting a little bit lazy and I knew it was over, so I was just tapping EQ. All those beeps you hear, me sending IM, so I'm like, now I'm all not focused and crap, but a good move on his part anyway. And then because of Toxic, he ends up getting a completely free switch in, so I have no choice but to Roost this turn, and hope I live as well. He uses Flamethrower, which is strange. I definitely expected a Dragon move, despite the fact that Flamethrower is super effective, because Articuno is kind of beastly actually. I mean, it is a legendary bird after all, let's not forget that fact. So I get a Roost up, yay. He's living at like 0 freaking hit points. Go figure. He hits me with an Outrage, and I take it pretty well. I'm surprised. Although he switched moves, that means he's not Scarfed. So what the hell are you holding, dude? Like, ugh. Whatever. I predicted it was Scarf. It's not Scarf. It's not Life Orb. Probably like Lumberry or something stupid. I don't know. I go with Toxic. I thought about using Fly, so I would be in the air this turn. His Outrage ended up being a 3-turn Outrage. However, it critical hits me, so instead of avoiding it completely and killing with Fly, I'm dead, you know, so whatever. My only chance I had was to have him bring in Sceptile to my Articuno and have my Articuno finish him off. And then Gastrodon would have a small chance to finish out his Aggron despite Toxic. So that was my chance, and it didn't work out because of the crit. And didn't work out because Toxic Spikes and Sceptile and everything just didn't work out for me. But it was really close. It didn't look that close in the final score, but it was close. It was a hell of a lot of fun. So thanks for playing, man. I had a blast, and good luck in the future. Catch you later.